Well, hello there, my Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon to new moon next in October 2019. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mel for short, friend of Aquarians everywhere, though I am a Virgo. President of DrawingTheCircle Productions. Professional witch, professional intuitive, and having a really good day. My parents are coming, driving down to visit. So these are my last two readings before they come down. We'll see what else happens. Getting the house ready for them. Very excited to see them. So feeling in a good, relaxed place. The decks have been blessed. Oh, if you're new to my channel, What Do I Need read. They're quickies usually. I try and keep them under 15 minutes. Rather than asking, you know, where is love? Does it come from skies above, right? Which is nothing wrong with that. I do those readings too. Check my back catalog. But this is about asking the divine, really, what do I need? And what is divination if not a system of interaction with the divine, right? Divination, action, interaction with the divine. So we're only using 4 decks for this, hence the quickie. One from Healing with the Angels, Oracle, for the voice of the angels. The voice of the gods will be done through the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, the voice of the masters, the ascended masters, those who graduated Earth School, is I think a lovely way to say ascended masters, the graduates. Oh dear, we got the true love card flip, but don't worry, we're shuffling that. We don't need that one to come up in this reading necessarily, I know. And for the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimensional higher selves and above. So that's been really helpful with that Whispers of Love Oracle. So let's dive in a really good mood, having a really good day. Doing the bowl dance, feeling the flow. So here we go. My angels, please, one card in clarity for the Aquarian collective. Sun, moon, rising signs. For this full moon to new moon next, what do they need? What do they need to look at? What do they need to think about? What do they need to deal with? Just a point of focus from the celestial, from the angels. What do they need? Trust. Who do you trust? What do you trust? Now, though I am not Wiccan, I have adopted the Wiccan read. And ye harm not do what ye will, but one of the lines in the larger one, right, the Wiccan read poetic version, Doreen Valiente, bide the Wiccan law ye must in perfect love and perfect trust. I'm like, perfect love and perfect trust of who? Perfect love and perfect trust of the divine alone. Everybody else has bad days. So I get that. I can feel that. You know, your air signs. So, you know, trust is a feeling as well as, you know, a concept. Who do you trust? How quickly it can be lost? How long it takes to build? I get it. So to trust what? That's right. It's just one card out of 4. And again, I'm reading a collective here, so this doesn't resonate as we go on. It's just not your reading this time. They're quickies, but that's also why I did Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, so you can check your other placements. Cool, cool. All right, so my gods, that's Athena and Heracles that share the sign of Aquarius. Please, one card in clarity for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. What do they need from this full moon to new moon next? That was easy. Oh, this card has been popping up a lot in these 10-0 cups. 10-0 cups, cups overflowing joy, ecstasy, and Anna's house of heaven. So I get trusting the ecstasy. Well, wow, that was a flashback to the 80s. That's not what I meant. It depends on who you get it from, I suppose. But that thing of, oh my God, this feels so good, this feels so good, this feels so good, my cups are overflowing. When's the other shoe going to drop? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Which, yes, is the negative patterning of the ego voice, but everybody's got that, right? So to trust in the emotions for this full moon to new moon next, considering it's going to be a waning moon, I can see where that could be tricky, right? And remember, you know, just because you're an air sign doesn't mean that you might not have a water moon or a water rising or whatever. But even more than that, you are humanitarian. You may be empathic, right? Just because you're an air sign doesn't make you, you know, non-empathic. Everybody has empathy. But then there's the energetic sensitivity stuff, which I think Aquarians are more prone to than they realize, which is why they tend to stay up in their heads, right? Because you would save the world if you could, right? So to kind of trust the emotions, and granted, intuition is kind of different than emotion, right? Sometimes it's like, my intuition is very angry right now. It's like, no, your intuition in its core substance of intuition is survival. It's like something's off here. That's lower chakra to me. Emotions are upper chakra, right? So there's a difference there for me in particular. But then again, I've made a study and have been teaching about intuition forever, it feels like. So trust the emotion here, right? If the heart is opening, whatever it is going on for you, trust the Ten of Cups. Look, nothing lasts forever. Everything in this world goes through erosion and renewal. Erosion, all that rises falls, right? Birth, death, rebirth, around and around and around and around again. So enjoy it while you can, but to trust that it might even, oh, this is a different take on it, that your trust opens you to that, right? If you can trust, your heart will open. Like maybe you're at a Nine of Cups, but just that last cup is you just trusting, right? So let's ask the Masters. Because they know what it's like down here. They lived through it. They played the game. And we will be them someday. Except time's an illusion, which means we're them already. So I know I just gave the Aquarians too much to think about. Let's do this instead. My Masters, please, one card of clarity. For the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, rising signs, this new moon, this full moon to new moon next. What do they need? Considering we've got trust and the Ten of Cups, ecstasy, Inanna's House of Heaven on the table. What say you, my Masters? What do they need? This one. You got it anyway. You got the true love card. Fuckers. I told you I'm having a really good day. So to trust that this is true love, what you're feeling, I swear to God, that was at the top of the deck. You saw, I think that calls for a sip of Wonder Coffee, don't you? Not a DC trademark. I'm just drinking it out of a Wonder Woman mug. What's in this cup is actually from 2 different companies because I'm a potion witch. I make really good coffee. 3 technically. Okay, so my God, to trust the Ten of Cups of true love. I know the course of true love never did run smooth. William Shakespeare, Midsummer Night's Dream, right? It's hard. You've been through it before. Your heart's been hurt. But in your humanitarian sky god, sky goddess point of view, who hasn't, right? So you may very well be dealing with the collective, or have been dealing with the collective pain of heartbreak. And what is heartbreak if not just straight out disappointment, right? Betrayal. We've all been betrayed, but most of all, we betray ourselves, right? And particularly when we don't trust the soul. The soul says, do that, right? That is core intuition, right? It's there is survival intuition, that's like street smarts. My mom always said I had rat magic. Rats always know when to jump ship, and I always do, and it's not even a mental thing. In college, I used to leave before the fights broke out, to a point where, like, watch Mal, Mark Angelo Lyons, my initials, watch Mal, when Mal leaves, it's time to go, and it's just true. It's instinct, in a way. But what we're talking about here, that divine love, true love is unconditional love. It's manifesting through you in physical form, through emotions. So you can trust that. And that might be through a mystical experience with the divine itself. Nothing here necessarily says romance, but if that's where it's coming from, that's where it's coming from. And believe me, nothing can clear out the old scar tissue of past life, this life, betrayal, romantically, when you thought it was true love and it wasn't. Nothing clears that out like a direct experience of divine love from the divine itself, right from the tap, right from source. So let's get one more down here for the higher selves of all involved, and this should be interesting. Higher selves of all involved, please, one card in clarity. Come on down, Milky. My cat, he forgets where he is in the house, and then he yowls from me. Motherhood, what are you gonna do? Come on, booger. My little Milky, or my little king. Taurus. Sorry. Higher selves of all involved. Please, one card in clarity for this Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising sign. What do they need this full moon to new moon next? Considering they got trust, right? So they got to work on their trust stuff. It's feeling more mental, but obviously we're talking about an air sign, but that is an emotion too, right? The distrust. What does it feel like to trust your gut, to trust the gods? To trust another, particularly with these emotions on the table. This Ten of Cups, cups overflowing in Inanna's House of Heaven with true love, my Masters. Really, you just had to put the cherry on that Sunday. No, we're going to leave you to put the cherry, the sprinkles on the Sunday. Higher selves of all involved, please, what do they need? Back to what you love. Well, that's interesting. Back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want, to get back to what you love, to get back to what you truly love. Now that can take it out of a relationship right there. Maybe you've had to sideline your spiritual practice for a little bit. We all do. Even every now and again, I'll let a day slip, but not much more considering what I do for a living. Not that I always have to be in total alignment 24/7, but you know, when the phone rings, when a client calls, I got to be ready. I do a lot more spiritual counseling than I do readings. A lot of it I don't get paid for. Why? Because I'm a Virgo, I'm here to serve. And I'm not going to say, sorry, I have the answers for you, which I never say that anyway. Sorry, I could guide you, but, you know, please hit my PayPal me, which, by the way, I have a PayPal. A PayPal. No, I don't have a PayPal. I promise you I don't. I am a Virgo. I have a PayPal me link below if you'd like to tip me. I used to say it when I first got it. Now, people will find it if they want to tip me. Tip me! But getting back to what you love, this might be something that you've walked away from, right? And you needed the distance, and you needed the time, and you needed to pull back, and you needed more experience. But it feels like your soul is telling you, will you please trust that love geyser going on inside of you, because it is true. And it's time for you to get back to what you love, whether it's to another person, place, thing, a hobby. Oh, I don't have any more hobbies. You can't call cooking a hobby. I love cooking. But, you know, survivalist hobby, I don't know. But I don't think we're talking about a Netflix binge here. Get back to Penny Dreadful, which is my favorite binge. Just finished Downton Abbey. Gonna go see it in the movie theaters. Never watched it before. Watched it all in like a week. Self-employed, professional, intuitive. And that's the thing. Finding out what you want. If you had to step back to now, step back in. Do it. But really, no rush. You got a 2-week period, and maybe for a waning moon, what you're waning here is your fear, right? Or lessening the distance between that, between you and that which you want. Really, really lovely. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed, my Aquarian Sun, Moon, Rising signs. May this waning moon be truly a blessing on you. But for now, hail, farewell, and blessed be.